Hey everybody, I'm DBSTCG Central. Welcome to another deck profile video. If you guys saw today's thumbnail, you saw today that we're doing, boom, Sun Gohan, the Power of Duty. So this is a really cool leader that I saw a few builds for that actually takes advantage of comboing and the whole Zenkai mechanic really well. I'll show you a few things that's really cool with this deck, but this is a set 14 leader that saw a decent amount of play. It saw some success, and then it got overshadowed with a few other decks. But with all this new stuff that's come out with Zenkai and some of the new cards, this is actually a very viable deck right now. So I'll show you some of the stuff it can do. So on his Unawakened side, he's Sun Gohan. He's got this trait here. It's Warriors of Universe 7. So if you don't know what it does, it ignores the specified cost of Universe 7 battle cards. So for example, I'll show you this card here. So this card here, this is a Universe 7 battle card here. See right here where it says Special Trait Universe 7. And this is the specific cost. You need to pay specifically 1 blue energy, even though it costs 1 energy to play this card. And what Warriors of Universe 7 does, it ignores this here. So you could pay 1 of any color. So if you have a green or a red energy, you could use that energy to play this card. So it's a really cool ability that a lot of the Universe 7 cards leaders have. So that is what that ability is, and it comes in handy for a few things. So auto, once per turn, when you use a Universe 7 card in a combo, you can draw a card. So that's really cool, and you can do it on your opponent's turn and your turn. I'll show you how we use that. And when your life is at 4 or less, or you have a red Unison card with specified cost of 2 in play, you may draw 1 card, switch 1 of your energy to active mode, and then add cards from your life until you have 5 left, and then flip this card over. So an alternate awaken, which comes in handy in many ways. It gets a lot of cards to your hand, and it makes you get to this side, which is really important. So on this side, he's got Warriors of Universe 7 again on this side, and he's got an auto once per turn. When you use a Universe 7 card in a combo, you can draw a card. Again, you could do that on your opponent's turn or your turn, so it's really good for card advantage here. Auto once per turn, you can Spirit Boost 1, which means you take a counter off of one of your Unisons to use this ability or skill. When you use a red skillless battle card with energy cost of 2 in a combo, it gets 6,000 combo power for the battle. So that really, really comes in handy and makes this deck really defensive. Auto, once per turn, when one of your red Unison cards with a specified cost of 2 in your Unison area is placed in your drop area, choose 1 red skillless battle card with energy cost 2 in your drop area and play it. So a little help if like they kill your Unison, you can put out a 2-drop skillless card to maybe attack with or whatever you need to do with combo with. So just a little added bonus in case they get rid of your things. So that's the leader, and I'm going to get into some of the stuff. And this is what really drew me to the leader. I'll show you. So this ability here, Warriors of Universe 7. So it ignores the specified cost of battle cards in all areas. So as you know, with the Zenkai series, we got a new area, and that area is our Z deck. So if these battle cards, these Z battle cards are Universe 7, it doesn't matter what color they are, we can still play them in this deck. So as you saw in the thumbnail, this is a blue-red build. So obviously we could play, this is not a Universe 7 card, but we'll always have 1 blue energy, so we'll play this guy. And what he does here is SS Sun Goku Awakened Onslaught. Place 1 of your Z energy in his owner's drop area. At the end of your turn, remove this card from the game. Then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 5 or less and place it in the bottom of its owner's deck. This is just in case you need to get rid of something for 1 energy, and we fill up our Z energy like crazy. So dropping 3 in there sometimes really isn't that big of a deal. So this is in case we need to just get rid of a 5-drop real quick. And like I said, we run blue, so it's not hard to play. We run red also, mostly. So another card that we run is Rush Attack SSB Vegeta. So this guy is really good. You can use him as a finisher or to put a lot of pressure on your opponent. He's got Deflect. So you pay 2 energy, and then you drop 2 of your Z energy into your drop area. And when this card attacks, use up to one of your mono red cards with 5,000 combo power in your drop area in a combo with its skills negated. So then you will be comboing with a lot of 2-drop cards that are going to be skillless cards because of this ability, which procs your leader ability because you'll be comboing with a skillless card with 2 energy or less. So I mean, with 2 energy. So this really helps the deck a lot too. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards or unison cards, and it gets minus 15 power for the turn. So really good. And then active main, once per turn, if you have 4 or more Z energy, switch this card to active mode, and it gets 10,000 power, double strike, and barrier. So it turns into a 25k double strike barrier. Kind of a dual attack. The first one is not as strong as the second attack. So really strong card to put your pressure on, like I said, or going for game. Also, speaking for going for game, we run one of these, SS4 Son Goku, Defender of Life. Deflect, double strike. When this card is played, place up to 1 Saiyan card from your drop area underneath this card, and then this card gets barrier for the turn. Additionally, if your opponent has 4 or more life, deal 1 damage to them. So really strong. We don't use the second ability because it's only if your leader's a pan. So just being a barrier, deflect, double strike, 20k, that deals 1 damage if there are 4 or more life. Really strong. You can use them as a game ender too. Now, this is where it gets cool because we have 2 Universe 7 Z battle cards. The first one is in case I need to go in for some double strike or KO something 5 or less. It's got deflect, double strike. You pay 2 energy. I get rid of 1 of your Z energy. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 5 or less and KO it. Second ability, place 1 of your Z energy in its owner's drop area when one of your other green battle cards with energy cost 2 or more attack. Your opponent discards 1 card from their hand. We use it for the KOing and the double strike more than anything, but just in case you need to use it, we can. Like I'll show you the special trait here is Universe 7 down here in the special traits. So that is really cool, I think. And then another one we run is a yellow card. It's off color. It usually costs 3 yellow, but in this deck, we can just play for 3 of any color. You pay 3 energy, then you pay 2 Z energy. It's got deflect barrier. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's leader cards, unison cards, or battle cards in rest mode, and it can't attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. Another auto, if this card's in rest mode, when your opponent plays a card, you may place 1 of your Z energy in its owner's drop area. If you do, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards or unison cards, switch it to rest mode, and negate its skills for the turn. So this card is a powerhouse. I'm thinking about bumping it to 2 because it really works well in this deck. But that is the Z deck for starters. So we'll get rid of these, and we'll go to the main deck here. All right, so like I said, this is a blue-red build. I'll show you the blue first. We'll usually try to charge a blue energy first turn. Like I said, it doesn't matter because the wards are Universe 7 because the cards we'll be playing will have no specific cost. So first one we run is Son Goku, ready to, is that what it is? Ready to fight Son Goku. Sorry, went dyslexic for a minute. If you play this card, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 Universe 7 among them and add it to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. Very simple. But you play it for 1 energy on your first turn, and then you can combo with it to defend yourself or whatever, and you'll get a draw off of it because of your leader's ability. So when you combo, you can do that. And one of the reasons we run blue is to run some Sensu Bean. So if you don't know what Sensu Bean does, is choose up to 1 of your cards. It gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Then choose up to 2 of your energy and switch them to active mode. So if you have 1 energy, you can play this card. Well, like I said, turn 1, you always want to charge a blue energy no matter what. So after that blue energy is open, you save it for your beans and some other counterplays that we play. But when you pass your turn, you'll have an energy open. You pay a bean. You can give your leader or any other card plus 5,000 power for the turn, which leaves it really defensive because it's for the whole turn. And then you untap 2 energy. So it's really, really good. A lot of cards use it defensively, but awesome offensively if you're going aggressive and you need some more energy to use. So another card that we run is Son Gohan Ultimate Essence. If you don't know what this card does here, he's got an auto. When this card is played, look at the top 5 cards at the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 red Universe 7 card with energy cost 4 or less, or 1 red Unison card with specified cost 2 from among them to your hand, and then you shuffle your deck. Also, another auto, limit 1. If your leader is red, when you use a mono red skillless card, battle card in a combo, you can draw another card. So this card, when it's out, when you're comboing a skillless card, say it's a Universe 7 skillless card, you're actually going to be doing drawing 2 cards. So this is a very, very handy card for the deck. And plus, it helps you find your Unison and any other Universe 7 cards that you might need that are red. So really good. So we are messing with some skillless cards. I'll show you the skillless package that I run. We run 9 in total. The first 3 are skillless Vegeta card. Very simple, very easy. Universe 7. That's a special trait on all these, which is really important. It helps the deck. So red skillless Universe 7 card Vegeta. And then we have Goku. Same thing with a special trait. It's a Universe 7 card, Son Goku. And then the 3 other ones that we run, because we run 9, is Super Saiyan Son Goku, which is also a Universe 7 trait. So these are the bread and butter of the deck for the most part. 9 seems like to be the best amount. Best amount. The best ratio that I've messed with. I was thinking of bumping it to 10 because 10 is really consistent, but this is all you need with some of the cards we run, so it's really good. To help us get them to our hand and onto the battlefield if we need to, we use this card here, which is also a Universe 7. It's Wiz Calling to Order. So this is also a Universe 7 card here. You can see it in its special trait. So when you combo with this card, which is what you want to do anyway, you'll draw a card. But what it does here is, if you want to play it also, colors don't matter because it's a Universe 7 card. And Warriors or Universe 7 make it so you don't have a specified cost, so you could just play this card if you needed to. But when this card is played from your hand or at the end of battle in which this card was used in a combo from your hand, add up to 1 skillless battle card with an energy cost of 2 from your deck or drop area to your hand, and then shuffle your deck if you looked through it. And additionally, if it's your opponent's turn, you may play 1 skillless battle card with energy cost 2 from your hand in rest mode. So this helps us get more to our hands, and we can be defensive. So if they attack us, even offensive, we could pay 1 energy. It's a Universe 7, so we would draw a card, and we would have 5k combo power on us. But also it would get us a skillless to our hand, which we could, again, combo with or play it if we want to, if it's our opponent's turn with this card. So very versatile card, and it helps a lot. Some other cards that I thought were necessary for the deck to add to the blue count, whereas Frieza Undying Emperor here. So this is also a Universe 7 trait card. This is in case you just need, another extra combo, but also the counterplay. If the battle card that's being played has energy cost of 3 or less, it's returned to its owner's hand instead of being played, and then you can play this card. So if you just want to, make sure nothing's coming down on your opponent's turn that you don't want, you can just send it back to their hand, something that might be annoying. But also you could combo with this to draw a card whenever you need to. Also, it is a 2-drop. So if I use that ability where it becomes skillless and I can combo for my drop, that would become a skillless card. Some other Friezas we run is Frieza Fair-Weathered Fiend. So this is a really powerful card also. So it's got double strike. It's got unique. That's why I only run 2. It is a Universe 7 card. So it's searchable by all of our searchers. So an auto for 2 red energy. If your leader card is red and you have a red Unison card with specified cost of 2 in play, at the end of a battle in which you combo with this card from your hand, you can play this card. So you pay 2 energy when you combo with this and you play it. It's kind of like an arrival where you don't need to add another card, Auto once per turn. When your opponent activates a counter skill, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and it gets minus 30,000 power for the turn. So this card can be super, super annoying for your opponent. It comes out, and if they counter when you attack with this or any of your other battle cards, you get to kill anything ignoring barrier 30k. So it makes them kind of, if they have something big on the board, they don't want to counter and lose it. They'll have to try to take the damage or try to combo out of it. So it's really strong. Two other cards, and it helps with this deck naturally just because we want a combo and we're comboing with this card to play it. And it's a Universe 7, so you'll draw a card. Next one we run is Son Goku Divine Presence. So if you don't know what this card does, I think he's got a $30 card right now. He's Deflect Dual Attack. When this card can't be removed from your battle area by skills during your turn. Once per turn, when this card attacks, add up to one red skillless battle card from your deck to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. This card gets plus 5,000 power for the turn. Active battle for 2 red energy. If you have 3 or more energy and you have 2 or more red battle cards in your combo area, play this card from your hand and then choose up to one of your mono red cards and it gets plus 5,000 power for the turn. So this is a super, super strong card and good card for the deck. It's getting skillless to your hand for you to combo with, where you would draw more. And like I said, these are all Universe 7. So if you have the Gohan out, you're drawing like 2 or 3 cards. So it's absolutely nuts. So this is, you can use him as a game ender too, but he just puts a lot of pressure on your opponent and gains you a lot of advantage by getting those cards to your hand. Next card we run is our Unisons. So I went with the Frieza Unlikely Savior. I think it's the best one for the deck, especially for what we're trying to do. What it does here is got an auto once per turn. If it's your turn, when you remove a marker from this card using Spirit Boost skill, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards or Unison cards, and it gets minus 10,000 power for the turn. So that's an added bonus because your leader, when you Spirit Boost, you can remove a marker from him, and then something will get neg 10k. So that's really good, just out of nowhere. And then +1, it's got an active main. Place up to one red skillless battle card from your drop area at the bottom of your deck. It says up to, so you don't have to put it at the bottom of your deck. You could just +1 it and then do nothing and leave it in your drop area, which is what I tend to do. And then this is a really good ability here, is the +0. When your opponent attacks, choose up to one skillless Universe 7 card in your hand or drop area, and then you can combo with it. So you pay 0 on your opponent's turn when they attack you. Even when they attack this card, you can combo onto this card. So if you have any of these skill lists that I showed you before, you get to combo with them even if they're attacking your Unison. So you'll still get the draw proc from your leader, and it'll defend itself. Plus, if you Spirit Boost, and this ability will go off and it'll shoot this up another 6k. So it's a really, really strong ability, and it protects your Unison really, really well, especially if you master how to use it. And then just for consistency, I run one more 2-drop, which is this guy here, because he's limited to 1. If you don't know what he does, Piccolo Jr., a Descendant of the King. Auto, when your opponent activates a counter skill, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with 15 power or less and KO it, which is really good. Its +1 is draw a card, which is really good. And then for its minus, you could choose up to one of your red battle cards with energy cost 3 or less. Choose all your opponent's battle cards with power less than or equal to the chosen card and KO them. This card gains Rejuvenate once per turn. Remove 2 markers from this card for the turn. So it's like a mini board wipe. So it's really, really good. But it's limited to 1 because it's so strong. Some other cards we run because we're running blue. We're always going to have blue and red. This is not a Universe 7 card, but in our energy, we're always going to have blue and red. That's what we aim for. So we run this card here. It's Vados, Angel of Universe 6. This is a counterplay. If you don't know what it does, if you have one or more multicolor energy, play this card. And if the battle card being played has 15 power, 15k power or less, it's placed in the bottom of its owner's deck instead of being played. When this card in your hand is played or used in a combo, you can switch up to one of your energy to active mode. So just a counterplay, just to help get through some stuff. It's really good for floodgates and stuff like that. You can play it and it goes back to their hand instead of getting played. So they won't get the floodgate effect, but they'll get the negate effect, which is really strong. And another really strong reason that we run blue in this deck is Dirty Burst, because red right now has a lot of SS4 Gogeta problems. I'll put it that way. SS4 Gogeta isn't affected by your card's skills. So the only thing you can really affect is the player. So with this card here, what it does is it's counterplay. Draw one card if your opponent, and then your opponent can't attack with battle cards with energy cost 7 or more for the turn. Or you could just use it as a negate for 1 energy and negate the attack. So really important card for the meta right now. So it's really good to have a deck that can utilize it. So that's why that's in there. 2 more negates that we run. Testing the opposition. When we awaken, we go right to 5 life. So as soon as we awaken, this card's live. So it's a very valuable negate. If you don't know what it does, if you're at 5 or less life, you could take a life, you can negate the attack, and then you could play a blocker token, which is one of these little guys here. So really good card for the deck. Floodgates we run is 2 Topo. Topo Righteous Aid. If you don't know what it does, on your opponent's turn, this is reduced by 2 energy. So you only pay 2 for it. And when your opponent attacks, you play this card, you discard a card, and then your opponent can't attack with battle card, or can't attack at all unless they discard 2 cards from their hand each time they attack. So it usually puts a stop to your opponent's attacking so they don't lose all the cards in their hand. So really, really good Floodgate. Our board wipe / barrier removal that we have for the deck is SSB Kaioken Sun Goku Concentrated Destruction. So if you don't know what it does, if you could play it for 3, and if you play it for 3, all your opponent's battle cards get minus. Oh wait, all your opponent's battle cards with 20,000 power or less get KO'd. Just when you play this, it has deflect, so most of the time it's gonna always happen. And then active main, you could pay 2 red energy, and you could discard this card from your hand, and then you can give something minus 25,000 power, ignoring barrier. So it's good barrier removal, especially for red. It's kind of a staple in the deck. Our super combos that we run 4 Backbone of Universe 7 Son Goku. So there's a reason this is run too. With your leader, when he awakens, like I said, he goes down to 5, and then this is automatically live when he goes to 5 energy. So it's a super combo, but when you combo with this card, if your leader is Universe 7 and you have 5 or less energy, you can draw a card. And then this gets 10,000 power for the turn. So this is really good because it's a Universe 7 card also. So every time you use this, you could draw 2 cards once per turn. So it's a really good card for this deck, and it is live as soon as you're awakened. One of Hidden Power Supreme Kai. So it gives you double strike. You combo with it. You pay 1 energy, and whatever you combo on, like one of your Unisons, battle cards, or leaders, it'll give them 10k and double strike. So it's good to surprise your opponent. They say no negates, and then you're like, okay, I'll combo. You combo up with all these crazy skillless cards that make you draw cards. Plus, you get extra combo power if you're using the skillless and Universe 7 cards. So you get really high in combo, and then you drop this for 1 energy, and then it gives a double strike too. I could go for game, or just really put him in a hard position. So it's really good to have in there. There's at least 1. Some boss monsters that we run: SS4 Gogeta and Indomitable Might. So this is a really good card here. It's got deflect, double strike. When this card is played, your opponent sends 1 card from their hand to their warp. So that's enfeebling. And then you choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, and they get minus 30k power for the turn. So you're killing 2 things with 30k, which is really strong. Active main, limit 1. So you could pay 3 energy if your leader is red or a black Saiyan. And there are 3 or more red or black cards in your energy and or battle area. Play this card from your hand, and up to 1 of your leader cards gets plus 5k power until the start of your next main phase. So it gives you actually a Senzu Bean for next turn to be defensive with after you play this card. So he's really good. Just a 30k double strike deflect that'll kill 2 things when it comes in is really, really good. And then our secret rare that we run, I went with this bad Larry here. So SS3 Gohanks. I can't even say it. Say Indomitable. Against my thing's all blurry. Oh, interdimensional warrior. There it is. All right, so if you don't know what he does, he's an ultimate. He's got dual attack and blocker. He's a unison card. And when this card is played, choose all of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and they get minus 25k power for the turn. So you board wipe, barrier board wipe everybody for 25k. +1, when your opponent attacks with a battle card, you may choose it, and it gets minus 25,000 power for the turn. So I get a +1 when they attack, I can kill something. And then -4 when this active main, this card gets +15 power and triple strike for the turn. And at the end of your turn, switch this card to active mode. So you play this at 5 energy, I believe is best, and then you can minus it 4, get a crazy attack in, a triple attack, 35k. Is that what it is? Oh, a 40k triple strike. So you get that attack in, and then it restands, and then you can block, and then it's got dual attack too. So you're a dual attack, triple strike, 40k. Plus you restand at the end of your turn, and you're a blocker. So it's crazy. And then plus, if your opponent attacks, you can remove a marker and kill it something with kill something 25k power for the turn. So really strong. Well, that's the deck, everybody. I hope you like it. It's definitely a creative deck, and it definitely has a lot of potential. And, you know, there's so many different builds you could do with it because the Warriors of Universe 7. And like I said, a lot of the other Universe 7 leaders have that ability. So with this new Zenkai stuff, and me, I didn't even know with the Zenkai cards that you could, they counted as all areas. I just didn't even think of it. So them being Universe 7 cards is definitely interesting and something to look into. But yeah, like I said, I'm DBS TCG Central, and if you guys like the video, subscribe, leave a like. I also have a Facebook, an Instagram, and an eBay. I'll leave links in the description below. And this video is running a little long, but guys, thank you for watching another video with me, and I'll see you guys on the next profile. Later.